T-Man 978 Chill Review.
Hello everyone, T-Man 978. Right now I'm reviewing Newage Legendary Heroes. Number 9, Leader Agamemnon. This figure was lovingly gifted to me by Matt, the bot supplier. A couple of weeks ago, it just came in the mail enough. He told me he was sending me something. Might not have been a couple of weeks ago. I have no concept of time right now. What even day is it right now? Everyone on Instagram keeps acting like they're interested in me reviewing this. So hopefully they give me a lot of views. Doubt it. But anywho, this is like a micro miniature masterpiece Megatron. As you can see, he damn near looks exactly like this guy. Let me get to the accessories first. Oh yeah, and I do have to add that I was supplied with the upgrade legs. I put them on right away and I'll just show them off later on. But anywho, he comes with the typical stock connector pieces and whatnot. If you pull this apart, take this right here, it grooves in. There's a little notch right there. Groove that in here. Honestly, I'm not even going to put that all the way down because it kind of gets stuck. And then there's this part right here. You can plug that right there. And now he has his own cannon. What you're supposed to do is take this off. Plug this up here. And now he can man this. You can look through the scope and shoot people. This goes, if it stays connected, which it doesn't stay connected secure, it can do that. And if you don't bring that all the way down to that notch, you can rotate it. The hand pops out and you can put this ball mace right there, which is a solid piece of transparent or translucent plastic. And he can recreate that situation right there. Although this hand can come out, it doesn't fit in there well. Oh yeah, he doesn't come with that Decepticon logo in there. That's a repro label. It amazes me how many people don't know what repro labels are. It's a website called Toy Hacks, and they have all types of stickers for Transformers. But anywho, he comes with the Blitzwing blaster, as everybody calls it, or says it's supposed to be from Blitzwing. This is what it looks like, if I can get the camera to stay focused on it. But yeah, it is very difficult to get into his hands. It mostly fits into this right hand. Again, they favor the right side for whatever reason. Maybe because in the movie it's over prime with that hand. Another reason why his hands come off, so you can replace them with other hands. He has these open palm hands they have hollowness right there, to be honest. I can only think of one thing he did in Heavy Metal War. He was shooting energy out of his hands like this. I mean, you can do whatever the heck you want to do. Like, one thing I made a picture of was I used a blast effect and made him look like he was shooting a Kamehameha. And he also comes with 2 pointing hands. But I'm putting this left one in. No fake masterpiece is complete without the key to Vector Sigma. Has a peg on the bottom. He can hold it like this. However weird that looks right there, he can hold it like that. Let's show this awesome tiny head sculpt up close. Why? Because that's one of his last accessories. If you grab down here, you pop that off, and we can pop this on. And this looks just like the masterpiece left right there, or the face. On this guy up here, I have a third-party sneer on the face. But this was my favorite expression before I got that sneer. And this is how he's going to be. But here's his head. The head is on a ball joint. You can look up that much, look down that much, tilt side to side and whatnot. The shoulders, because of all this, they get kind of hindered right there unless, and he does have like a butterfly joint right here. And if you turn it this way, the arms can go completely out to the side. That's what I was thinking about. And he kind of has a reverse butterfly, but you got that to working with. Swivel here. Only 90 degrees of bend in the elbow. That's unfortunate. Of course, because these are pegged in, they can swivel. You get a waist rotation. And with these hips, you can bring this down and you get an ab crunch and you get an ab crunch back. The legs. The legs have this drop down feature due to transformation. They swivel right here. They're on a ball joint. They can kick forward. Let me try to do this. Well, that much without moving the crotch piece, or wait. Or without the thigh swiveling. Or you can let the crotch piece come up and it can kick up way past 90 degrees. So that's great. And his knees bend more than 90 degrees like that guy back there. And he has ankle pivot that only bends that much and no tilt forward unless you use this. That's the one thing that I wish it had the tilt forward, because I use that all the time in the bigger guys poses. Other things to complain about, these legs look nicer to me, but they get kind of loose going out that way. So I might need to put some type of floor polish or something on there. And I kind of drives me crazy that these things, they flip up right here so you won't have points. But when you do that, they don't come down the side like straight. They come out at an angle. So because of, the legs will keep a pose. I'm saying it's kind of loose. They keep the pose, but when you're posing it, it's like it fights you more than I want it to be fighting me. And here is his back. I think the Magic Square one has a clean back. But yeah, that's the only glaring issue now that I've changed out the hips. Here we go with the original legs that it came with. You saw the whole drop down feature and this thing fills out. Well, let me show you how this worked. These were his knees or his shins and his thighs, but they would come up like this and come down like, separate that, come down like this. And yeah, these things, they still come out at an angle because of the peg, but there's no bend there to stop that from being pointy at the bottom. There's no drop down feature unless you half transform them like that, which I was doing before I changed the legs. And my main issue is the way the hips work. Instead of the crotch flap going up, his knees bend right here. So it works sort of like Masterpiece Soundwave, but it just looks uglier to me. And then when you spread his legs out, they go out to the side like that. They don't stay in the natural spot right here. That was my main problem. This right here, not too much of a problem, but when you spread the legs and kick the legs up like that, I'm filming this after the fact. Here's the real problem. See how this is all in a T shape. That Megatron crotch didn't look like that. So when he kicks up the leg, it still kind of looks natural. It's not a bunch of empty space in between where his hips should be. So that's what helps it look less weird. There's a screw right there you got to take out and another screw down there. And you have to take the foot off. So basically this part, the inside right there, and the foot, you have to take all of those off and put it onto the new components. Before I forget, another advantage with this is the ab crunch. This shifts up and down, so the ab crunch works way better than this thing did before I changed it. For size comparison, here's the Newage Jazz. I don't know what its fake name is. And Magic Square's Optimus Prime. Transformation. We need to pop this off of his forearm and bring this piece forward right there. Hide that. Shove the arm in right there. Lift this side piece. This is behind his arm. Bring that forward and then bring that down like that. Over here, you need to do the same thing with the shoulder. Bring that forward and I'm going to leave it like that for now. But open this up that direction, unclip here, and then we need to do a whole series of things. Like this needs to come forward, and this panel needs to touch that while stretching out this panel. That arm stays, the fist stays there, and we need to have things oriented like this. But now we can open this up right there. Take the shoulders, push at the bottom right here, and now we can separate that. Push at the bottom and unpeg that. Just have the arms like bend up on this joint, bend up on that joint. And this fist needs to rotate so that the flat or the backhand side is right there. Now right here we need to lift this forward. And this is going to be tough. We need to, once you get that all the way out, there's a little clip down here that needs to come forward. Once you get that forward, you can push that through his body and totally flatten it. Back here, we need to bring this barrel down, shut it, lift his chest up, rotate it this way, and bring this up, peg that there. The legs, just get the arms out of the way, but the legs at this point need to be rotated into this orientation. These two things need to go into there. That's how you know you're doing it right. Lift the crotch up, push these two panels down on both sides of the crotch. On the side flaps by his legs, open these up, open these up, leave it like that for now. Down here, we need to open this up on the back of his legs, and we can go ahead and rotate these 180 on both sides. The feet, the foot, the heel comes out like that. This heel comes out, but this also needs to bend down. It's only on this side. The inside of the shins. You need to rotate it this way, bring it up, and then squeeze that in. Lift this up off of the peg, rotate it this way, and squeeze that in. Now we can bring the hips down together and peg things together like that. Rotate this down at his waist and peg this piece into the legs like I was showing you earlier. You can bend the knees a little bit and bring these two side flaps down, and they peg into the side of the legs. Now over here, you need to do this arm first, and this hand, like I said, needs to be flat right there. Goes under here and sits right there. Now this rotates, same thing on this side, but you kind of have to get this little peg under here first. Get that smooth, then we can push this together right there. Now back here, we shut this and put these little pegs inside of two peg holes on both sides. Alright, now the final thing is to shut this and shut that. He's pretty much a gun, but to finish off the look of G1 Megatron, you need to put the scope on. You need to put the barrel extender on. You can only do that one way. And this part, there's a little notch right here that needs to groove in between that hole right there. Just note that if you push that all the way through, it's going to be hard to get off. I don't push it all the way through. And now we can take this and plug that over top of there. And here he is in his gun mode. I mean, all the panel details are mostly on this side. This side came out cleaner, but all things considered, that was a simple transformation, especially compared to him and any other G1 Megatron gun mode transformation. And it comes together so well. I mean, the worst looking thing to me is kind of that, but this is Legends Class. And you can see the feet right there. But there are no real features in this mode besides this moving and you barely being able to put your hand in there. And pretty much that's it. I mean, they do come with this thing right here. And Parts Former was saying maybe that's for their blast effects, but this didn't come with any blast effects. If this is a stand port size, you can connect siege effects right there. So that's cool. But you still have this piece hanging out of there. So it's sort of like an afterthought. Maybe we need to work with siege blast effects. And I don't really have anything to compare it to. Yes, I do. Let me stop lying. I do have something. I believe this is the gun that came with Masterpiece Soundwave. But this is a non-transforming Megatron gun. So this is it in its perfect form. Nice toy. I love it. I love it. I wish it had more articulation in the elbows and in the feet. But everything else I can work around. Anything else that was a complaint. The hips, I can probably fix that. But they did a really, really good job. Newage is an awesome company. I'm not going to lie. But yeah. Thank you, Matt the Bot Supplier. Thank you, anybody who watched this. Thank you, anybody who liked this while watching it. Thank you, anybody who shared this video. Until next time, D-Man978, out of here. Oh yeah, he doesn't come. Click the videos. Click the videos, baby. Click the videos. You should really click these videos. Click the videos. Click those videos, baby. Click the videos. You really should click those videos. Click that shit.